nightmare Spanish lesson. Now, this happened a while ago in December, and despite the title of this video and the first 4 words I said in this video, the lesson started out being quite fun. So let me break down the hour that was this lesson into the good and the bad, and also the pure annoyance that were all my friends that lesson. Okay, so we start the period, which means a block of time allocated for lessons, classes or other activities. So we start the lesson by walking into the classroom, and on the floor we saw... Actually, pause. Try and guess what was on the floor. Don't guess, I'm going to tell you. We witnessed on the floor paper balls, paper aeroplanes, pen caps and other such items. And everyone in my class thought this is going to be a fun lesson, because it was immediately obvious that the sub we had that day did not care about what we did. So we walked into the classroom and sat down and immediately started not doing what we were meant to. Now, the teacher gave us all a sheet, which no one did, and she tried to get us to do some work, but she knew less Spanish than a mouse that lived in Madrid. Anyway, we were throwing things across the classroom, and I'm no angle. I threw a water bottle to the other side of the room, but at one point, someone threw a dictionary to the other side of the room and hit someone. Now, thankfully, the teacher didn't see. Oh, the kid was fine, I guess. But he immediately asked everyone, "Who threw that book?" And we weren't snitches, so we said we didn't know. However, one person said, "Max threw it." Now, there were 2 Maxes in my class, me and other Max, whom we will call Max Squared. Now, Max Squared was sitting in a spot where it made sense that if he threw the book, it would hit the left side of his face, and me, well, I sat behind him, to his right. So unless I threw it like Roberto Carlos, I would have hit the right side of his face. So guess who he immediately started asking? "Hey Max, did you throw this?" Stop guessing, he asked me. So after I had diffused that situation, I went right back to not doing my work. Now, this next part requires some context. So, this day was the day of our Christmas dinner. So when I looked out the window and I spied con mi pequeño eye... So I've got a Spanish test soon, so I've got to revise. Anyway, when I looked out the window and I saw Santa, I justifiably shouted, "Santa!" Now, moments before this, our sub mildly controlled our class and was writing something on the board, and I'm quite sure that she didn't appreciate me shouting Santa, as, understandably, everyone immediately began talking, so no more calm class. So after that I continued not doing my work, and at this point someone threw a pen lid across the room. Now, I didn't see this happening as I was looking at my work. However, when Miss started asking, "Okay, who threw that?" 2 people said, "Oh, Max did it." And that's me, Max, not Max Squared. And because everyone's a sheep, they all started saying I did it. So I got told off by Miss. And the whole time I kept saying, "Miss, I've done nothing wrong." And after a long time, I got out of the conversation unscathed by the blade of detention. So I went back to my work. However, later in the lesson, someone grabbed a pencil case of Max Squared and began passing it down the row. My row. And you know who had the pencil case when Miss noticed? Who had been given it? Whom had had it placed in the realm that was their hand, and was now thinking, "Oh, what the hell do I do with this?" When Miss noticed? You want to guess? Don't guess! It was me! Now, as this was Christmas dinner day, we were let out early so there wasn't such a massive queue for food. So Miss told me that I would have to stay behind and be late for lunch. No way, Jose! So when our lesson ended, instead of staying, I just left. And also apparently after the lesson some people came and took photos of the room. However, there were no repercussions. So yay! Hello! Thank you for watching this video. This is post-editing Max here. these bits aren't scripted, so I don't really know what to say other than thanks. So, that's all I will say. Check out my Instagram. Bye.